Remembering Sophie Kinsella. A celebration of her life and legacy. The world of modern romantic comedy fiction is in mourning today as beloved author Sophie Kinsella, born Madeline Sophie Wickham, has died at the age of 55 after a courageous and private battle with brain cancer. A humble beginning. From journalism to storytelling. Born in London on December 12, 1969, Kinsella studied at New College, Oxford. Initially she pursued music, but shortly switched to philosophy, politics and economics, and after graduating she worked as a financial journalist. It was during her daily commutes that she discovered a love for reading and storytelling. What started as casual reading soon turned into creative ambition, and she decided to try writing novels. Her first book, The Tennis Party, was published in 1995 under her real name, and over the next few years she published several more works under that name. Reinvention and global success. Enter Sophie Kinsella. At the turn of the millennium, she adopted the pen name Sophie Kinsella and released The Secret Dream World of a Shopaholic, also known as Confessions of a Shopaholic, introducing the unforgettable character Becky Bloomwood. That novel launched the now iconic Shopaholic series and marked the start of an extraordinary literary career. Over the years, Kinsella wrote dozens of novels, not only her Shopaholic books, but also standalone romantic comedies, young adult novels and children's books. Her witty, charming, and relatable storytelling resonated with readers around the world. Her books achieved astonishing global success. More than 45 million, some sources say over 50 million, copies sold across over 60 countries, with translations in more than 40 languages, a testament to her broad international appeal. From page to screen, a cultural impact. The Shopaholic series transcended bookshelves. The first two novels, The Secret Dream World of a Shopaholic and Shopaholic Abroad, were adapted into the 2009 film Confessions of a Shopaholic, starring Isla Fisher. This crossover to film helped cement Becky Bloomwood, and by extension Kinsella's voice, as a cultural touchstone of romantic comedy and chick-lit fiction for a generation of readers and viewers. Illness, courage and farewell. In late 2022, Kinsella was diagnosed with a particularly aggressive form of brain cancer, glioblastoma. She underwent surgery, radiotherapy and chemotherapy, but initially chose to keep the diagnosis private, to protect her family's privacy. It wasn't until April 2024 that she publicly shared the diagnosis, a moment that revealed her strength, honesty, and gratitude even under dire circumstances. On December 10, 2025, surrounded by family and love, Sophie Kinsella passed away peacefully. Her loved ones said that her final days were filled with what she cherished: family, music, warmth, and even a sense of Christmas-time joy. She leaves behind her husband, Henry Wickham, and their 5 children. Legacy. Why Sophie Kinsella mattered. She redefined modern romantic comedy. Her books offered humor, warmth, relatability, and hope, hallmarks of what became a reinvigorated chick-lit wave, but with emotional depth and intelligence. Her stories touched millions. Through relatable struggles, money troubles, career woes, love, self-doubt, family, her characters felt real. That ability made readers laugh, cry, and see themselves in the pages. She inspired future writers. Many in publishing credit Kinsella with shaping a generation of commercial women's fiction, proving that light-hearted stories could still be meaningful, smart, and widely beloved. Her books offered escapism and solace. Especially in difficult times, the humorous and upbeat tone of her novels gave readers comfort. And now, as news of her passing spreads, many are returning to her works, rediscovering that comfort. Final thoughts. Sophie Kinsella's death feels like the end of an era, one filled with laughter, romance, awkward money mishaps, and ultimately joy. But her stories remain. Her legacy lives on through the millions who found comfort, escapism, and hope in her novels. In a world that often feels heavy and complicated, she reminded us that sometimes all you need is a good story, a bit of humor, and a happily ever after, or at least the hope for one. Rest in peace, Sophie. Your words will continue to light up readers' lives for decades to come.